Hey, what's going on, pet lovers? My name is Vivaldi2nd, back again with another vlog. In this video, I am going to show you all my trip that I took to Ripley's Aquarium earlier today. Now, if you don't know, Ripley's Aquarium is my favorite place on Earth. Second, well, it is number one, but my second is probably Canada's Wonderland. Anyways, I went there today, and this will be my fourth time making a video there, and it was a really nice little trip. For the most part, we drove there, like, to and from, but then we got off partway and went on the train, and that was a little bit inconvenient, but also convenient at the same time. It was also strange yet oddly calming. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's just get right into the vlog. So this was just after we entered, and it felt quite strange to be back in here. There's the humpback whale skeleton that the aquarium has, plus an overlook of the downstairs area. There's the tank full of the alewives. I believe they're native to the Great Lakes. There's a sturgeon in the tank with the Great Lakes fish, a carp, which I recently found out to be invasive, and a paddlefish, which my mom hates, and a gar, which I absolutely love. Here's the tank with the American eels. They have like 3 or 4 in here, if not more. I forgot what these fellas were called, but I don't think they were there the last time. And there's a flounder, which they did have the last time I was there, in their cold water species tank. And there's cod. My dad caught them in Newfoundland when I was there. It's pretty good. And lobsters, which taste even better. There's a nice blue one in the tank, or cage, and a giant isopod, which is a deep water crustacean species. And I think that's a toadfish, not too sure. Those are sea pens, I believe. I don't think they're plants. And then those are Dungeness crabs, which I recognize from Animal Crossing, and some sort of shrimp, not sure what species, and some barnacles. Now we have moved on to the kelp forest tank, which I really like. It's not like my favorite exhibit, but I like it quite a bit. It's pretty nice. And we briefly moved on to king crab tank. I've actually tried king crab, and it's freaking delicious. And we're back to the kelp forest tank at the bottom before you get to Rainbow Reef, which we'll proceed to in a moment after I get some cool shots, an upwards pan. And as I said, here's Rainbow Reef with dozens of different tropical fish species. There's the bottom, like the seabed and whatnot. We returned to a flounder, I think in kelp forest, and we're back to the Rainbow Reef. I was trying to get a shot of a clownfish at the back, but wasn't quite clear. Now we're proceeding to Dangerous Lagoon, which may as well be my second favorite exhibit in the aquarium, and almost right away we saw a shark. There's a shot of some fish, not too sure what species, and there's one of the 3 or 4 sea turtles there, like in the exhibit, just cruising along with the fish and the sharks and whatnot. There's 3 sandbar sharks and a southern stingray, which just swam above us. It was really neat to experience. And there's a nurse shark, one of my favorite carpet shark species. This shot's just to give some fish some recognition, and a southern stingray decided to pop by and say hello. It was really nice. There's a sand tiger, I think, swimming past us. And there's another sea turtle cruising past us, plus some look downs, or moonfish, or whatever. And there's a big old tarpon also cruising along, and a couple sand tiger sharks. But the star of the show here is the turtle. Now we have moved on briefly to the grouper tank. There's a cleaner wrasse beside it, and there's a big old Goliath grouper. And we also briefly passed by the Ray Bay tank with the short-tailed stingrays and the fauna head, and the cow-nosed ray and the spotted eagle ray. I love them. They're pretty. I love the spots. And there's a green moray, which I got a glimpse of as we were starting to leave Dangerous Lagoon. There's a sandbar shark, and another one which passed by. I'm impressed by my own camera work. And quite possibly my favorite tank in the aquarium, the one with the carpet sharks. There's a wobbegong and a zebra shark being tailed by a black tip. And then there's a bamboo shark. For some reason they didn't let you pet the bamboos anymore. And then there's the black tip again being followed by a white tip, which was really neat to see. I love that tank, it's really nice. Then there's what I believe to be an epaulette shark. Those fellas can go on land for short periods of time. And the zebra shark once again. I love its long tail. And there's a couple stonefish, the world's most venomous species of fish, and a few lionfish, which are admittedly quite pretty. I've seen them in pet stores before, for sale and not for sale. I love their colors and their fins. And we have moved on over to a reef fish tank, just your typical saltwater community aquarium fish species like clownfish, yellow tang, surgeon fish, stuff like that, and a cleaner shrimp as well. Sure, there's a few other inverts in there as well, cardinal, and a convict tang, and some porcupine puffers, which were originally not in the spot where the stonefish and lionfish were, so I think they switched places, but I won't make a big fuss out of it. It was pretty nice to see them in that tank. And there's an electric eel, which I think is kind of cute, but deadly. And some more seahorses. That one appears to be pregnant. And there's a much skinnier one. And an admittedly fat one, and some weedy sea dragons, which were my mom's favorite animals in the aquarium, and a whole bunch of cuttlefish. I have yet to see a live squid in person, fun fact. Look at them. And some archerfish, one of my favorite freshwater species. They actually have them at the pet store that I'm doing co-op at, which was really neat. And there's some darters, I believe, and not too sure what's in there. And then I think that's the first time I've ever seen sea lampreys before. Get a good shot of the mouth. And my first time ever seeing swell sharks, which I believe are a species of carpet shark. And a whole bunch of piranhas, which they also have at the pet store that I'm doing my co-op at. Not as deadly as they say. And there's a mantis shrimp, which I don't remember them having at the aquarium before. And a shot of they were like blowing air through the sand. And there's some freshwater stingrays, which they've had at a pet store in my area before. And back to the ray bay tank, there's some cow-nose rays and a couple bonnet heads as well. There's a diver feeding some spotted eagle rays and cow-nose rays. It was really neat to see. And onto the jellyfish. I believe these are Pacific sea nettles. They light up the tank because normally they'd be see-through. And there's moon jellies. I saw them a lot during my trips to the East Coast in New Brunswick and Newfoundland. Look at them just gliding around. And there's some very weird upside-down jellyfish. And I can't say I remember seeing these fellas before either. I believe they were called big blubber jellyfish. Look at them go. And there's the little behind-the-scenes area, which isn't exactly like my favorite area of the aquarium. And, surprise, surprise, a couple axolotls. The leucistic one looks like my old axolotl Lou. And to cap off the trip, pet a spotted eagle ray. Pretty solid trip. One of the better ones I've done. But yeah, that is it for the vlog. Again, like, my vlogs haven't really been having narration, so I sort of just voiced over, but hope you liked it regardless. That is it for this video. Thanks everyone so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, after you subscribe to my YouTube channel, feel free to tap notification bell so that way you won't miss any of my videos. Peace out, everyone.